my templates, if I ever even used them. That'll do. 24 to 24. Well, a bit more. And then I can get rid of these silly little mercenaries that sit around drinking my money. But not before then, I don't want to look too weak. I'm good at that. So I wonder what the Commonwealth will be up to next. Attacking Russia? Russia guarantees Crimea, so I can't just go and no CB them like a boss. It's Finland who I look at and think I want to no CB you. But the Danes would certainly not let me through. Not because we're mutually rivaled, excuse me. Interestingly, Russia would be happy to give me military access, which does mean I could march up and march Finland. And I'm struggling to think of a good reason not to. Well, that independence guaranteed by Denmark, I guess, is a fairly good reason. But that does allow me to call in the Commonwealth against Denmark, who they once liked, but no more. The trouble is, am I in a position to be grabbing land from Denmark right now? The northern Germans really didn't like it when I did it last time. They probably wouldn't like it again, but it's just these guys. That's not something I should be afraid of. And I don't want to sit around for 6 whole years. Well, no, the cleverer thing would be to smash Denmark with Commonwealth by my side. Excellent. And because I'll get military access, I can throw the full might of the Commonwealth at them. So I guess I'll think of it like that. Also, I do see all that attrition that I'm smoking. I mean, who even needs manpower, right? Burger's getting influence over my country as I write laugh as well. All you have to do is march through Denmark, burn their fortifications, Jake. Conquer welfare. Gotta be a bit worried about anything that is, you know, just to do that. Alright, get together. I'll merge you and split you. 12 to 12, huh? Doesn't seem like my kind of stack, honestly, but I can figure the rest out. Dip rep is nice, so is improved relations, though. Let's keep those would-be coalitions off my back. Now, Augsburg is a free city, and that means that our wonderful Burgundy will defend them. Burgundy will call in Aragon, Papal State, and Liège. Most of those people don't even matter. Heck, I would say none of those people really matter other than Burgundy themselves. So I should probably look to eat up these guys fairly soon. Sadly, since they're a free city, vassalization would not work on Augsburg. Memmingen are also, unfortunately, allied to my own ally. It's all these electors and free city scum getting in my way. If it weren't for your electorship, I'd be able to peacefully subjugate the Württembergs. But no, they are an elector. Still, they only have... Oh man, Trier again? It's like Trier just doesn't want me to expand. Right, you're Württemberg and Friesland, and you're one of the people who has aggressive expansion with me. So if I remove you, that's one less person that can make me into a coalition target, right? That's one way to look at it. Well, can't lie. I need that base tax. I should probably look to Augsburg as someone to eat as well, so I will build a spy network in them and probably dissolve the alliance as well. Jake, delete your mercs as planned. Yeah, that was certainly part of the plan, now that we've got our armies up and on the go. Funny to see the Ottomans somewhat failing here. I wonder if they just weren't paying these forts. No, that wouldn't be right. They would certainly have that against Venice. Well, whatever the case, they are having a bit of a stumble there, and that I find very amusing. Could make Spain a rival. They've been very nice in not rivaling me. In fact, this is a very rare case of me having extremely few rivals in a game. I like that. I like that a lot. Brandenburg will be in sight of us soon. He's not claiming any of that sweet, delicious Hamburg land. but the Lübeckers are right there. And in fact, they lack any real friends here. Hamburg and Bremen, all I'm reading is free food. Well, as free as that aggressive expansion could possibly make it, but it is delicious, and I do want it. I like these bigger cultures so that I can promote them. If I can make Westphalian also a promoted culture, all this land would be really good for me. Jake, form Prussia. Never. Alright, I'm sorry, Augsburg. You were a great help against the Ottomans, but no more. I see your land, I see that 35 development farmland, and I think that must be mine. Almost as much as I see that 36 development farmland estuary centre of trade and think, it's gotta be mine. Oh, you tempt me, game, with money, but justice is above all. It'd be nice if that actually gave some Republican tradition. Game's telling me that I need a proper fleet. What can I do but laugh? Well, what I won't be laughing about is if Finland actually gets eaten up by Russia. Would not be overly impressed by that. I'll get a spy network on Denmark, since I am saying that I want to eat them up. And... yeah. Midas-touched guy. I want him around for a long time. He'll probably die ages before any of that, but I still want him around for a while. Jake, did you ever play Space Marines? Did it bore you? One thing that's very not boring with Prussia is fighting the 7 Years' War. It's terrifying, and all your enemies are so much stronger than you. Well, what am I doing paying for forts? Let's have none of that. I'd love to be so confidently strong in myself that I wouldn't need forts, but currently I definitely do. On release, or near early patches, it was a bit of a joke. Not such a joke anymore. Also, don't want to hang around here because, well, once those rebels pop, I can activate this fort. They'll come down into the fort and I'll crush them, no problem. Lübecker peasants, also not a problem. Insult arrival, Jake. Oh, I know just the guy. What do I not need to be building up here? Hold that thought, Augsburgian spy network. I have something important to tell the Ottomans. Thanks for understanding. That was a matter of state security right there. Jake, are you using any modifications or downloadable content? No, well, yes, I have and use all the DLC for the game. On top of that, I have the EU Rome, EU3, EU4, and CK2 soundtracks playing externally. Just gives me a nice bit of control over them. Also, this is such an important military technology, Miltech 19. It allows you to roll most things. It would not allow me to roll the Ottomans. Well, it would allow me to roll a few of the Ottomans. But they have, pardon me, they have so much quantity on their side that it wouldn't be enough rolling, sadly. It's kind of cool. They got a colonist guy, so they're less interested in eating up the likes of Finland. Anyway, my mind is kind of going places. I'm not taking very useful military ideas. But we're a long way away from getting more. So either I develop or I take this tech super early. And you know what? I wouldn't be opposed to developing right now. You know, this is, as we long ago said, our tall campaign. Where is Solnik? It's here, isn't it? Do I really want to develop in Solnik? It's got grain, for Christ's sake. Griefswald, Ansbach. Oberpfalz. Yeah, Oberpfalz is kind of nice, surely. There we go. Let's ditch some of that. Again, Praha was really deserving of a manufactory, so I was trying to think what I want to ditch in favor of it. Trouble is, everything we have here is really nice. Even the castle is particularly good where it is. Oh, that's 2 manufactories worth of money. Trade efficiency ain't all that, but Diplo. Oh man, It's like 1,000 ducats. I mean, you would pay for monarch points any day of the week, wouldn't you? But I need that money. Thinking I should just destroy the castle. It's in a great defensive position, except for the whole farmlands thing. And it has fended off many an intruder. The alternative is that I develop this place pretty high. I'm not so sure I'm keen on that. Really not so sure I'm keen on that. Don't even have any of the extra bonuses here. Get those plantations down. They don't make the biggest of money, but they make money, and that's my favorite kind of money. Yeah, Praha does need one. Question is, what does it need less of? I could get rid of the training fields, or oh, you know what? Let's just treat ourselves, shall we? Super develop it. Even though we're kind of close to getting universities, right? Man, if I was actually able to build a university there and didn't know it, then I would feel like a right fool. Wow. Should have built that first. Didn't think I had the tech for it. I'm normally, you know, quite a bit bigger when we've played this much of the game. Oh well, can't cry over it. The thing about monarch points is you get tons of them throughout the game. Place a fort in Budavis instead, Jake. Well, it certainly would be better for the Highlands. That's the thing about Praha. I don't know, that's money to be spent. Why not wait for the next institution? Because I really wanted that manufactory. I mean, the earlier you get it down, the more worthwhile it is. He says, just squandering his points. But it's no big deal. He says as he can't afford to integrate his own subject. You know, I bet if the burghers had my back, they would help me out with that. Ottomans have announced us their rival and not France. I should be somewhat worried, but really I'm not. In fact, this is the ideal opportunity to go and embargo the fools for everything they've done to me. Thankfully Augsburg have not made any friends, and double thankfully we can just continue making our claims along the Danes. What else did I have? I think I wanted to lay claim to your land as well there. Means I don't need anything more in Augsburg. I can tell the Ottoman Empire where to stick it. Eat an embargo, fool. Incoming Ottoman full annex of Nitra, Jake. Don't I know it. And, okay, nice. They have an administrator in charge. He's also a lawgiver. So that probably won't make him attack us that much. Hello, 140,000 Ottomans. I trust you're just doing the walk around to take care of any Hungarians that may have risen up. Also notice that you're paying for maintenance there. Where could they be going? They don't... Oh, well, they just want all of Ethiopia. Maybe Ethiopia should be my friend. Yeah, they're having none of that. Well, hopefully they're just gonna go away and deal with their rebelling scum. Speaking of scum, I need to pay for the fort in Berlin. Jake, why have you ignored the burghers that much? Are they that unimportant? So here's the thing, the burghers would look to control 20% of my country at least. I don't want to give them that much. Just straight up don't. So I keep the land for myself. It does mean that they'll always be unhappy, they'll always increase my development costs, decrease my trade efficiency, but I'd rather just have a lot more land under low autonomy for myself. Because we already give away a fair chunk to our nobility and the clergy. Nothing to the Cossacks though, because we've got nothing to give them. Well, at least the Cossacks are 50% loyal. Still nothing interesting coming out of your claims there, Brandenburg. I guess it doesn't matter since Brandenburg is about to be part of us. So it would make more sense to get my spy network built up on Hamburg so I can take them out for myself. The Otto Scourge, what have they taken from Venice? Doesn't even look like Venice have lost anything. Maybe they just lost Istra recently? Okay, they took Istra and not much else. Maybe money, maybe they had this moments ago. I don't know. I'm not observant enough to realize. Excuse me. So what am I thinking? Wurzburg disappears, and then a nice big fight with Denmark, which should open the possibilities of taking Finland for ourselves. I could do that if I take Gotland, which might be tricky, especially if you want it, which you do. Unless I conquered all my way up to Stockholm, I wouldn't be taking Finland, although no CBing them is still on the cards. You might be wondering why I even want Finland that bad. I just think they'd make a nice march against Russia, as there's always Russians to be fighting. Alright, as expected, they pop up, but we're born ready for them. Jake, does it count if Ottomans remove Hungarian from the map? Well, if they were to culturally enrich the the Hungarians as well, but it should be Nitra that does it. This is meant to be my revenge, not everyone else's. Oh, Commonwealth, I see that you really wanted to take care of those rebels for me. Well, you already have military access. Actually, they might even stroll into Commonwealth land, which would be a right hoot for me. Alright, so Brandenburg is not long for this world. Good to know I'm not far away from getting my Tech 19 as well. If I can get it and the Danes don't, then the war is going to be over before it even starts. It would be bad for me if they go into Stralsund. So I guess I will prepare for that. Haha! The fools! Except I arrived a little bit too late, so I am the fool. Well, didn't even get the bonus I was looking for there. Still killed a whole load of them. Good enough. Wow, if I was just a little bit faster, that would have seemed like I knew exactly what I was doing. But they did no real harm. It's not like we got any... Oh! Welcome to the fold, Brandenburg. Yes, integration is fairly slow. Ooh. This is where you have to make some real harsh decisions. Okay, quite nicely. The Ottomans are no longer eligible to be a rival for me. I'm not sure if that really is that nice. But I get a whole bunch of new free forts. Should probably tear down the ones that aren't very useful right now. I mean, is Berlin any use to me right now when I just got all this? Should think about where they're placed. I also need to think Griswald, which I believe is this. Is it worth getting one base tax when I can get one stability? I really, really like having stability. And it'd be cheaper than just bumping it up myself, especially since I'm a republic, which makes everything super expensive. So, can't convert your lands, but it is nice to have all this, and I'm sure that my actual estates that I care about are going to want some of it. So, what do you want? Preferably something that's fairly high in manpower. I could check out more if I just actually stated your lands. And I will, because I'm nice like that. We have a fairly high state limit, right? So I could just make it all. It's not like any of this I actually want to keep unstated, so welcome to the fold. And it's just the two of you. Welcome. I like those stripes. It makes it look like Hamburg is rightfully mine. And they're right, it certainly is. If I attack them, Lübeck and Bremen both get involved. Bremen I would probably make a co-belligerent, but they are allied to the remnants of the Netherlands. And either way, Lübeck would be getting involved, so I'll probably get my tech and go for it. I wouldn't mind taking down Wurzburg first. So many possibilities. But I don't have a truce with Hamburg, so I just need to get my everything and deal with them. One of the unfortunates is that I've now lost my Brandenburg super soldiers. But what can you do? Okay, now everybody's wanting land off of me. I mean, the likes of you, Brunswick, I know you produce iron, that makes me really not want to give you away. Now you can have these crappy lands like naval supplies, who would even want those? But they're going to want one other piece of province. It's 8 in 8 in production, so even though it is fish, I don't want to just give it away. Too tight-fisted for these kinds of things. Well, fish or no fish, it's going away. It already has 60 development, so fairly well. And then otherwise there are the clergy who want the land. That place is pretty salty and really good. Again, irony, I don't want to just give it away, but it's hard to deny 9 base tax. So there we go. Look into accepting new cultures. I don't like accepting cultures, that much is true. Pomeranian is pretty small to accept, but Westphalian is a different story. A very different story. We're going to be taking over quite a lot of it. Oh, right, we don't actually have Diplo power anymore, so never mind that. I also don't have claims on Lübecker land. Yeah, they built a trading post there in Stad. The bastards. Well, I do want Hamburg, that much is for certain. The rest will probably be too expensive in aggressive expansion for me to take, but, well, look at that. Nobody even has aggressive expansion with me. Mine just melts away. I am actually just too nice of a guy. Your force limit, Jake? It might be 100 by now. Nope, it's still just 89. Which is still telling me that I need to make this bigger into another stack. So... up's a daisy. 12 to 12. Not fond of that. I'd rather have 12 for 12, since we're still in the era of flanking quite nicely. I mean, I can do that, right? Who's going to stop me? Cue Ottoman declaration of war in 5, 4... At least these forts are quite nicely placed for me. Excuse me. Alright, there's some real HRE cleaning up to be done then. Your armies look bored, Jake. Oh, they'll be going to work soon. No need for embargo on you anymore. Do I already have one on the Great Danes? Gotta change that, but we have a truce. Hey ho, we'll get our armies going. I will tech up, and I will destroy Hamburg. I'd be as well paying my armies right now then. And come to think of it, we get new units here, so... I'm not waiting years for that. Let's just take it now. That extra military tactics is huge. And very fitting for where we've expanded into. We now have Saxon infantry. All these forts, but I dare not leave some of them undefended. More inflation reduction would also be nice. Why did I take economic again? There must have been a good reason for it. Ah, I see, because I have plutocratic. Sometimes I amaze myself with my own forward thinking. Yeah, those construction cost reductions would have been nice for the manufacturers that I'm building as well. Some of these look like they could really do with them. Autonomy or not, but we can worry about that later. Apparently I'm going for the forming Germany achievement, if you say so. I could do with the forming some nice generals, so what do you guys have for me? Well, I wouldn't mind more tax, but military support would also be nice. Okay, I'll tell these guys they need to go on a diet, and that will allow me to get my general, and he's going to be really good. Well, he is really. Okay, with that in mind, I'd rather bunch my guys up a bit more than that. Fighting Hamburg means fighting quite a few people. Let's get that clay. Oh, we're so close, but not quite there. Jake, the Eco-Pluto Republican tradition policy is a massive net loss of mana. Why have you run the numbers? But it's so nice. Think of all the Republican tradition you can get. Loads of it. What do you get? Ignoring the tax for a second, you will get 2 every 10 years. So two Republican tradition for 120 admin points. I think it was admin points. I like it. Now, how am I going to do this? I don't want the guy that's super not well armed with general sticking back. I think I've been looking at the wrong spy network for a while now. Sounds like something I would do. Well, it doesn't matter if it's realistic or not. I'm taking my high Republican tradition. Did I say realistic or worthwhile? Doesn't matter either way. We're taking it. And the world is taking away my generals. Please give them back. It really takes quite a bit to build this up, but that'll be their spy detection working in their favor. And don't mind me, just taking all those points. Overall, you are 356 down. Nah. We'll take it anyway. I want to get that Republican tradition super recharged. If it means I can stay longer with 666, then I'm all for it. Not that I've run the numbers myself, but I feel like I want to do it, and that's a good enough reason to do anything. Like conquering Denmark. Jake, how is Russian alliance looking? They have permanent claims to the Ottomans. They don't look to be getting alliance back anytime soon. The Ottomans are not friendly with Russia. Russia is friendly with attrition, though. I wonder if he's just removing his manpower. That's the spirit, Russia. You keep doing that. Don't even know why, but keep doing it. Now, unfortunately, my truce with Denmark is going to be up really soon, which means I need to steamroll these guys, annex Hamburg, take the rest of the guys' money, and then call it a day. That should get me everything I need after this. So what do I do? Crush, crush, crush. At least Hamburg's flatland, so I want to attack there. Which means you get the better general, you get the CG general. Alright, shouldn't take 2 ticks. Yeah, I'm probably forgetting something here. You know, like actually fabricating my claim, that would be super handy. Alright, Hamburg, it's time for you to be part of me. I'm not going to make co-belligerents here, I don't think. Well, actually, Lubeck wouldn't hurt to be a co-belligerent. If I do end up seeing it's worthwhile to take his land, then that's good. They are a free city. Oh man, I didn't pay attention to that, did I? I should have, but I didn't. Okay. Got a tonking truce with Lubeck as well, so I wouldn't even be able to make them a co-belligerent. It's quite funny that Burgundy wouldn't save Lubeck. They'd save the others, though. Not that I'm afraid of Burgundy, I just don't want to drag this war on at all. Oh well, it's not like we don't have other wars to fight in the meantime. Wurzburg with your friends Württemberg and Friesland, you're all going down. Why let little details like this get in the way of a good war? Besides, if we have aggressive expansion, it's just ticking away. then it needs to go. Also gives me an opportunity to take down Württemberg, who've been getting in the way by being an elector.